So hello everybody and welcome to another video on my channel. In this one I'm going to be doing a kind of a different style video from what I usually do, which is Minecraft content, but I will be doing a Hanbon Forge custom katana review. Okay guys, I just pulled it off my katana rack or katana shelf on my wall, and here it is. It's a little hard to show off, but I will be pulling up some pictures off the screen to make it a little bit easier. Also, I apologize if the audio is a little bit weird since I will be moving a little bit back and forth from a mic, but I'll try to fix that and sort that out. So to quickly show off, here we have the katana in its saya. Pretty cool, just a plain black saya with a dark green or normal green handle, green Ito wrap. We also have a pretty normal tubsa, however you say it. And then to pull it off, we also have a brass, which is, I can't remember which one it is, I'll show it off better. I also have a custom Korean engraving. Since this is a movie katana, I have a quote engraved in Korean on this katana, since this katana is remade from a Korean show. Although you can't see it too well, you can see it a little bit. I do also have the hammered lines on it, or the clay tempering, which is pretty nice. So I'm quickly going to talk a little bit about the katana, how it arrived, and all that sort of stuff. I'm also going to talk a little bit about, and I guess while I'm talking about all this, I'll show some stuff on the screen, some better pictures and that. But quickly, what included was this obviously certificate, which is pretty cool. If you open it, you have the Hanbon Forge logo in front, and if you open it, you can see or get kind of details on everything you have in here, or basically details about the sword, so the length of it, everything included with it, so which is pretty cool. If it's a pretty nice little bonus thing, and basically what it says on top is a certification of authenticity, which is pretty cool and honestly pretty nice to have. Now to quickly show off, I also selected the free sword bag, since you have to, I believe, and I selected this sword bag right here, which is, I believe, something called a dragonfly sword bag or something, which is honestly pretty nice. I believe it's made out of some sort of silk, because when I touch it, it's very soft and nice, which is pretty cool. Now to talk a little bit more about the sword, and I'll go a little bit more in detail into everything about the sword, but this is going to be a quick review. It's also to mention, if you don't know, this is a katana that's remade from a katana that was used in Sweet Home, a Korean drama series by King Nam-hee, which is also quickly the guy in the background right here. He's the same guy. I'll pull pictures of the sword or him up on the screen, but I really enjoyed the series, so I ended up buying a katana, or getting a katana remade from his katana. So this is pretty much the same katana, same colors and everything that he used in the series, which is pretty cool, along with a quote that he said engraved on the katana. So to get started on the katana, we have the handle wrap, which is made from synthetic silk, and I believe I chose the green color, even though it looks kind of dark green. It's just plain green. I'll pull more pictures up on the screen unless it is right now just to give it a better look, but I chose green because that's what he had, and I kind of like this because it's a different type of style from my other katanas. From the ray skin under, I chose plain black, which honestly also looks very nice. It all fits very well. I also want to mention that the handle wrap fits very well. It does not move around or anything, and it's very sturdy, which is honestly very good. Since I paid around $200 for this, I expected it to be good, although that is not that expensive. It's a pretty good price for how good the quality is on this, so I'm very happy with the order all along. The handle wrap is a pretty good handle wrap. It feels very nice to touch, and yeah. Now the ray skin under also feels very nice for by touching it. It also looks pretty high quality and pretty nice. This katana, the ray skin, is all good so far. I've had this for maybe a month or two now. I was supposed to make this review a while ago, but I've gotten sick and busy with school, so yeah. Also, the kashira at the tip, I'll put some pictures up on that. It looks pretty cool, pretty sturdy. I'm not really sure if there's much to talk about with that, but it is what it is, I guess. Then we also have the fushi, I believe, which is the little thing which is right before the kind of brass, no, sorry, the tubsa. It looks pretty nice too. Looks like it has kind of a flower theme thing. I didn't think too much about those because they're pretty small. You also have the things which is inside the handle, and I believe that's called a manuki. They also kind of have a mix of a bat or flowers thing with kind of bat wings and a flower in the middle. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a pretty basic manuki, but it's still pretty cool. I have them on both sides, which is also nice. Now we also have the tubes, a little hard to see, but I'll pull some pictures up. This one has kind of an outside gold color on the kind of circle that's on the outside of the tubes. which is pretty cool, and you know, I really like that. So now to pull the sword out a little bit, you can see that I have my brass. I actually originally bought a just normal gold one, but I ended up also buying a second brass, which was this kind of tiger thing or whatever it's called, I can't remember, as a second brass that I could change myself if I wanted to, and I chose the normal gold one for this one. But when the order was complete, I asked them, when they sent me the photos, I asked them if they could change the brass, just because, you know, I didn't exactly want to have to deal with that, even though it's a very simple thing. I asked if they can do it, and they honestly did it pretty quickly. Then they shipped out my swords. Now, I can't fully remember what it's called, but I also chose to have the little kind of lines on top of the swords. By lines, I mean this little line that goes in on the sword right here. Now, I also have on the sword, I have the Hanbon, not Hanbon, but the Hanbon lines, or I guess the folded steel, the clay tempering, I mean. Also, the blade steel, while talking about that, is 1095 carbon steel, which is pretty cool. So I guess that is pretty much all for the blade. I haven't done much cut testing with this one, but I have just, you know, cut a few things here and there just to try it out with, and it's honestly pretty sharp. It's pretty nice. So the blade, all in all, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I feel like this thing's just a whole 10 out of 10 because it's pretty nice. I have nothing that I regret about this or want to change. Yeah, so the next thing is the eye tool wrap. Same color as the handle, which is green. Pretty cool. It's pretty simple. It stays pretty still, which I also like, which means that if I keep my katana like this, it's not like it falls down or is made out of bad quality. I'm not sure what this is made out of. Some sort of silk, I believe, maybe. Synthetic silk, I guess, same as this. Feels kind of the same, but it's pretty great, pretty nice. It looks very nice, and yeah, fits very well on the sword. Now to the saya. The saya is just normal black. Yeah, I just checked and it's called glossy black, which is kind of normal black, but it's just, you know, normal black pretty much, which means it also reflects light, which is all cool. On my other on my tanto knife and my wakizashi, which I have down here, I had matte black, which is pretty different, and I really like having normal black. Or all in all, there's not much to talk about when it comes to the saya. I really like the saya. It's very nice. Now that is pretty much all about the details. Opening and closing the katana, it's pretty easy. It's pretty stuck, if that makes sense. Like, it's not hard to open, but it's a little closed up, like how a katana should be, because I have another katana which opens up very easily, which is the other katana I bought from Hanbon Forge. But I really like how you need to apply a little bit of pressure, which means I can hold it upside down like this, kind of shake it a little bit without it falling out, which is obviously good. Yeah, there's nothing to really complain about. All in all though, I really like this. It's a beautiful katana, and it's kind of nice because it's also, you know, a remake of the one from Sweet Home, a series I like. So it's pretty cool, and all in all, I want to say 10 out of 10. I haven't had a really expensive katana. I believe this one is my second most expensive one beside the one behind me, which is $220 from Swords of Northshire, which I'll also do a review on soon. So yeah, all in all, I like this a lot. I'm probably still going to have some pictures up on the screen, also of my authenticity card. If you have any questions about this, feel free to comment them below and I'll answer them right away. But yeah, all in all, I really like this. It's honestly a beautiful sword. I love opening it and kind of not playing with it, but I love opening it and just kind of looking at the blade, because with the clay tempering, it's such a beautiful piece, and I honestly love it a lot. It's very beautiful, and it's something I am very happy that I decided to order. And also, in case you wonder, I live in Europe, or Norway, which is in Europe, and the shipping time from China were pretty quick. I believe after they sent out the sword, it took somewhere around 2 weeks for it to arrive, which is honestly pretty good. I mean, so yeah, the shipping time, all in all, pretty nice. So anyways, guys, I guess that was it for this one. If you have any questions about the sword or want any more details about it, you can feel free to comment them, or comment the questions down below, or send me a message on Instagram, which is linked below, in case you have any questions or want to see it more closed up, or have any specific, you know, questions about it or anything like that. I'll respond to you to try and help you as much as possible. And yeah, I guess that was it for this one. So I hope this video was helpful to you at all. If you're planning on ordering from them, you definitely should. They honestly have amazing prices and pretty good swords for pretty cheap. Since I spent around $200 on a sword, it's honestly not that much for a custom katana, which obviously means that, you know, the quality is a little worse than if you were to spend $600, but it was still pretty nice and honestly very good quality for the price. So I definitely recommend them if that's what you're wondering about. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I'll see you again sometime soon. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.